Okay, this is the beef bulalo or beef nilaga. Very yummy. Okay. I already removed this because it doesn't have any meat in it. Hello, I'm sharing you this time my version of beef bulalo nilaga, or this is like a comfort food. It's like a beef ginger soup. Okay, main ingredient is the beef bulalo. So I already sliced it to like medium slices. Usually you will buy the beef bulalo like this with the meat, and the bone marrow is the middle, and this is the bone. So I usually just remove the meat from the bone, separate the bone and the meat, so it's easier to cook and ready to serve too. Then ginger, big slice of ginger, and then onions and vegetable. This is the bok choy, or we call it in the Philippines the pechay. Black pepper, the ground black pepper and the whole black pepper. Also nor beef powder or beef cubes, or it's an optional, you can just use salt. Okay, and while I was slicing this one, I was already boiling the water, so to make use of our time wisely. After this, we will put this beef into the boiling water, and then I usually throw away the first boil of water, okay, to remove some unnecessary fats and also the, you know, unnecessary, sometimes there are like dirts from the meat. So I usually boil the first boil of water. Okay, the water is boiling now. It's like 1/2 of your casserole. I fill it up with water. Okay, and then put the beef. Just be careful, it's hot. Oops. Okay, just make sure all the meat are submerged with the water. And usually I'll wait for this to boil, and I will throw away the first boil. Okay, over it, wait until it boils and throw away the first boil of water, and then replace it with new water. Just wanna show you guys how the first boil of this beef looks like. Okay, it's a little bit brownish, so I will throw this away and replace it with a new water. Okay, see, I already removed the first boil or the soup. Okay, this time we will put the ginger and also the whole black pepper. just maybe 1 tablespoon. And also just a little bit of ground pepper. And mix them all together. Make sure you submerge all your meat so all the meat will become soft or cooked. And then we will cover, wait for it to boil, and then wait for the meat to be cooked and soft. Sometimes it takes about 1.5 hours. Once it boils, you turn down the heat. Once it boils, you will turn down the heat so it's faster to make the meat softer or cook the meat. I personally do not use pressure cooker because it tastes much better using slow cooking on stovetop, okay? But it's up to you. Others, they use pressure cooker, but for me, I don't. I just use the old way because it really tastes much better. After boiling your beef for about 2 hours, it depends how fast your beef gets soft. So you can check if your beef is soft by just, doing like this. Oh, it's really soft now, so it's good. And then this time, you can add your beef bouillon. It's up to you, maybe 1 to 3 teaspoons, or you can just add salt this time. And what I do, I usually remove, see this one? I remove the bones that doesn't have the bone marrow or other meat, okay? But I leave the other bones that has still, the meat in there. Again, it's optional. You can remove everything. See this? That's the bone marrow, the middle part. This one, and there's still like the meat. And you can add your onions, and then turn on your heat higher so it will boil while you are adding the vegetables, to cook the vegetables this time. And you can add also more water to add more soup if you want. But for me, I usually just leave it like that. It will taste better. And I usually put on the side, one side, your meat, so you can put all your vegetables on the other side. I already washed it really well. I always put a lot of veggies, so you can eat more veggies than carbs if you are limiting your carbohydrates. Because this bok choy will fill you up, and also of course the meat. So you will not really need your rice or carbs, whatever carbs you are used to. So this is the basic and most simple beef nilaga, or the beef bulalo. Other versions, they put potatoes. We try not to put potatoes, so low carb diet. Or others, they put also like banana, the plantain. But me, I do not. I just want the most simple recipe, but really very delicious. Most of my friends, even summertime, they request for this. This is really a good comfort food. And your bok choy will just be cooked from the hot water. And this time you can always add salt. See, you can keep these bones for presentation too. This is good now. As I said, it's your choice. You can use pressure cooker or just do the conventional cooking, slow cooking for almost 2 hours or until your beef gets soft. You can just taste if you are okay with the taste, saltiness, and you can add ground pepper again if you want. Just add one more teaspoon of this beef cube. Also add more pepper, ground pepper. You can buy this type of meat, the beef bulalo, in the Asian markets, or you can also use the beef short ribs. It's also good. Any part of beef with the bone, it's actually good. This is very good comfort food because it has ginger on it. See this ginger? It's good.